Ladies and gentlemen, stop scrolling, because this is not a drill. Jennifer Lopez, J.Lo, global icon, triple threat superstar, and Hollywood royalty, is now facing the fight of her life. A preliminary arrest warrant signed, testimony from her estranged husband Ben Affleck, and decades-old secrets coming to light in a case that could redefine how justice is served to the powerful. What really happened that night in 1999? Is J.Lo a pawn in a dangerous game, or was she always one of the players? Grab your snacks, settle in, because this story is a roller coaster of love, loyalty, crime, and consequences. And hey, before we dive in, you know the drill. Smash that like button, subscribe for more in-depth celeb investigations, and comment below, is J.Lo a victim or a villain? Alright, let's buckle up.
Sources are expecting the feds to widen the Diddy probe to include previous criminal investigations. Now, we know Diddy was criminally investigated regarding that shooting in New York, but I didn't realize the extent of J.Lo's involvement.
J.Lo is just, I don't know. Every man she's been with has said the same thing, except for Diddy. Diddy's the only one that said she was a great girlfriend and how he wish he hadn't messed it up. That bullet came from the gun that was in her hand, and not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman. Not once has she donated to her family or for her medical bills that she's still paying, or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her.
December 27th, 1999. The turn of the millennium was just days away. The setting, a glitzy Manhattan nightclub overflowing with celebrities, moguls, and power players. Among them, a young Jennifer Lopez, then on the cusp of becoming an international sensation, and Sean Diddy Combs, hip-hop mogul, king of the bad boy empire, and a then unknown rapper, Shine, who would later become Moses Barrow. But then, chaos. Gunshots ring out, screams echo. 3 people injured, one of them, Nada Rubin, shot in the face. Panic erupts as Diddy, J.Lo, and Shine flee the scene. Within hours, J.Lo released without charges. Diddy booked but walks. And Shine, he takes the fall, 10 years in prison. But here's the question that's haunted hip-hop for decades. Did Shine really do it, or did he take the fall for someone else? Stick with me, because what we've uncovered might just blow your mind. At the time, the narrative was simple. Bad luck, wrong place, wrong time. But whispers in rap circles and industry back channels painted a darker picture of a carefully orchestrated cover-up. Insiders say Shine was coached to stay quiet. He never testified in his own defense, allegedly told that everything would be taken care of. But by whom? And for what? Now, with modern forensic technology, AI-enhanced surveillance footage, and corroborated witness accounts, the pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together. New evidence suggests the gun wasn't in Shine's possession at all, but instead, allegedly thrown from the vehicle by a female passenger. Multiple witnesses have pointed fingers at Jennifer Lopez. Yes, Jennifer Lopez, and this isn't some fringe conspiracy theory anymore. This is now part of a federal investigation. Earlier this year, during an FBI raid on Diddy's LA mansion, agents recovered a digital archive from the early 2000s. Among the files, a 47-second surveillance clip, now dubbed The Tape, captured by an ATM security camera across from the nightclub. The grainy footage shows 3 silhouettes sprinting from the rear exit, diving into a dark SUV. And then, a slim, unmistakably feminine arm reaches out of the window and tosses an object into a side alley dumpster. That footage, enhanced by AI kinesiology experts, shows a 91.6% match with J.Lo's body profile, based on archived dance footage and red carpet appearances. Not ironclad, but compelling enough for the Department of Justice to act. Now, let me pause here and ask you, do you think this kind of AI analysis is reliable enough to indict someone? Comment below. AI evidence. Game changer or flawed tool? But the evidence isn't just technological, it's personal. Ben Affleck, J.Lo's now estranged husband, offered sealed testimony in exchange for immunity. In that testimony, Ben revealed that J.Lo had confided in him, that she was pressured to stay silent after the shooting. She allegedly told him, "They'll destroy me if I speak. They'll take everything, my career, my life. I saw what they did to Shine." This wasn't just a casual conversation, it was a chilling confession, one that's now being used to support federal charges against her. And get this, insiders say the FBI handed Ben the critical tape, directly connecting the dots for him. Could this be why their marriage fell apart so suddenly? Romance? Or justice? You tell me. Enter Operation Silence, a multi-agency task force led by Homeland Security and the DOJ, designed to uncover a network of abuse, coercion, and cover-ups allegedly orchestrated by Diddy and his associates. Former Bad Boy insiders like Cassie Ventura and bodyguard Gene Deal have come forward, describing how Diddy used his romantic partners as cleaners, people who would protect him, hide weapons, and stay silent. According to Cassie, J.Lo wasn't just a bystander. She was, quote, the model for compliance, the blueprint. Cassie even recalled being told, Jenny did it, you can too. Let that sink in for a second. This isn't just about one night in 1999. This is about a system, a pattern, a powerful man using women around him to shield himself from consequence. And then the money trail. A forensic accountant hired by federal prosecutors uncovered large payments from J.Lo's corporate accounts to law firms associated with Diddy's defense. Payments that continued for years after their public split. Prosecutors believe these may have been hush money, designed to keep the cover-up intact. J.Lo's team, of course, denies any wrongdoing, but if true, this changes everything. This suggests that J.Lo's silence wasn't just fear, it was strategy. Or was it protection? Again, drop your thoughts below. Is this the ultimate act of survival or complicity? Fast forward to the most surreal scene of all, Jennifer Lopez, the Jennifer Lopez, walking into a DC courtroom. No glam team, no paparazzi smiles, just a gray blazer, black sunglasses, and the weight of decades of secrets on her shoulders. She pleaded not guilty, but then the prosecution called its first witness, Ben Affleck. Appearing via closed circuit from LA, Ben confirmed J.Lo's private confession to him, that she was pressured to stay silent. Then came Cassie Ventura in a tearful testimony describing how Diddy used his partners as strategic accomplices. And finally, Shine, now Moses Barrow, took the stand. He looked straight at the jury and said, I know she lied. I know she knew I didn't shoot anybody. That moment, the courtroom held its collective breath. You could hear a pin drop. In a bold move, J.Lo testified in her own defense. She said, I was 29, I was scared, and I was in love. She claimed she wasn't told about the gun, only to stay calm and let the lawyers handle it. But then, the pivotal question, did you throw a weapon out of the vehicle that night? Her answer, I don't know what it was. I was told it was trash. I just did what I was told. Not an outright confession, but certainly not an exoneration. The jury convicted her of perjury and evidence tampering, but acquitted her of obstruction of justice. Her sentence deferred if she cooperates fully with the prosecution in the Diddy RICO trial. Jennifer Lopez, the ultimate survivor of Hollywood's brutal machine, now finds herself at the center of one of the most consequential celebrity trials in American history. Not just a pop icon, not just an actress, but now a key player in dismantling a decades-old empire of alleged coercion and abuse. So where do we go from here? Will her cooperation bring Diddy's empire crashing down? Will this trial change how we see celebrity complicity forever? And most importantly, what price does truth demand when silence has bought so much success? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This story is far from over. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more deep dives into the biggest stories shaking the entertainment world. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and stay tuned.
Jennifer Lopez for 3 years of her life dated P. Diddy and worked with him professionally, but now she's trying to escape from him at all cost. And here's Jennifer Lopez signing autographs until she was asked about P. Diddy.
Comments about P. Diddy, the allegations?
And this is because from 1999 to 2001, Jennifer Lopez and P. Diddy were a couple, which began when P. Diddy produced her first album. She even got arrested in 1999 due to P. Diddy, where they were both arrested after a shooting at a nightclub in New York City was believed to be P. Diddy's fault. And because of this, many people have believed Jennifer Lopez was a victim of P. Diddy in the same way Cassie Ventura was, where now it's come out that he'd pay people to beat her and also urinate on her just for his own personal amusement. That likely didn't happen because Jennifer Lopez's former publicist who worked with her during the P. Diddy days came out saying P. Diddy would have never hurt her because she was too big from doing the Selena movie and P. Diddy didn't touch people who were famous. So it's more likely as Jennifer Lopez probably knew about all the freak-off parties that P. Diddy was doing while they were dating, and she never actually went with the public for it, and now she's avoiding it. Now she's blocking off any interviews due to Diddy, and with that I'm Charles Pearl, subscribe to learn something. Bonus, I'm launching an animation channel next week called The C Word, where I play a fictionalized version of myself interviewing celebrities, with the first being Donkey Kong, so yes, we're making Diddy jokes.